So the signs that I see right now are Pisces, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, the card of Gemini, Leo, water signs, and fire signs. Actually, all on board, but more prominent are Aries, Taurus, Capricorn, Pisces, Gemini, Leo. Cancer. I said Aries, right? Yes. Hi guys, I'd like to say welcome to my channel. Right now I'm burning Palo Santo and we're doing Pisces, and I'd like to thank all my subscribers for supporting me and my friends and everybody who's giving me great feedback. I really appreciate it, and thank you for trusting me and doing your reading. And with that, I'd like to say that this is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. And don't pay too much attention to the genders of the cards. Every human has female and male energy. And what else do I want to say? I do read reversals. And don't focus too much on the zodiac signs, as focus more on the events, because everybody has mostly all of the zodiac signs. If it's not in their Vedic, it could be in their Western astrology. And so I'm slowly learning Vedic, and I don't feel comfortable. I introduce some things in Vedic astrology, but I don't really feel that comfortable to introduce more because I'm just learning how to do it. So here we go. And I actually laid out the cards for you guys, just so I could not waste too much time in just laying out the cards, because that's like half the time alone. So when I pulled out the overall reading for Pisces, I pulled out Pisces' own card, which is a hangman. So it means that Pisces, you're in your element. This says, don't force things, go with the flow of the universe. So sometimes you have to, you're kind of on the fence about something, you're transitioning, you're trying to see things in a different perspective, and you're trying to see things in a different perspective. You can see that you're trying to get enlightened, and you can see all the different sides of the stars and the moon. So it's like you're trying to see things in different angles, and the divine is actually helping you. They're giving you downloads so you can take the right course of action, because right now you're sitting on the fence. And the other energy is that you're trying to get feedback and a different perspective to actually to manifest something. So you have the card of the Magician, which is also, it says you make shit happen like magic. And you can see that you are wanting to manifest and focus all your energy into manifesting this thing. But right now you're hanging on the fence because you're trying to get a different perspective and trying to think about the right decision to make. And so the card that signifies you is, there were two cards that popped up actually, which was the Three of Wands and the Two of Wands. And the Three of Wands basically means that you have put your energy towards something and you're manifesting something, and it's like you're getting a lot of work done, and you've like almost hit second base, and you're like trying to you can see that this guy is like manifesting something with his wand, and kind of bringing something in. So your ships are coming in, or something that's he's bringing in from the sea. But so you're making a lot of things happening. You're almost close. Your ships are almost there. You can see that because you can see like the energy here is really close to the shore. So you can see that your ships are coming in soon, or whatever it is that he's manifesting. But on the other hand, now that your ships are almost here, but then you just decided to wait and contemplate what decision you should take next. So with a hangman and a two of wands, you're at a crossroad. You're like looking at your options here. You can see that you don't know what route to take. So this is the world, and look at how he's looking at it. Like he doesn't know where to go and what routes to take. So sometimes when you spend too long in this energy, sometimes you miss out on opportunities in the present. So because what crosses you is that the Four of Pentacles is that you're being overly cautious. Either you're being overly cautious in investing things, you're being overly cautious with manifesting innovative ideas maybe. You're being overly cautious in putting your foot out there and manifesting these things that you want to manifest, but feel undecisive about it. And so what you feel, and then I actually asked, well, why are you keeping things close to your chest, and why are you being overly cautious about manifesting, about manifesting? It seems kind of like a business and entrepreneurship or something. I got the feel of that. So manifesting your goal. And so I came up with a Nine of Swords and the Emperor. So you're cautious about rushing into this idea, rushing into this goal. You're really cautious about rushing into this goal, and with the Emperor, rushing into this goal and taking leadership, taking responsibility, like being the boss. This is like raw masculinity, boss energy. It's almost like you're afraid of success or failure. You just have to just take control of this boss energy. It's kind of, you don't want to rise. You kind of feel cautious into rising to this emperor energy, into this boss-like energy, into making shit happen. Like, so this is at your present moment. This is what it is. And so I checked your recent past, and so I got the King of Pentacles, which is this king is all focused on work, obviously. He has his big pentacles in his crown chakra. All he thinks about is work, work, work. He's very stable, and he knows how to make money. He likes comfort, and he likes routine. This King of Pentacles likes routine, and he likes the creature comforts, and he's just all about work. And he's not like the King of Wands, where this king is adventurous. This is more a king that kind of like is not so adventurous. He likes to be secure. He likes to know that when he does things, they're going to come out almost not, I wouldn't say perfectionist, but would come out, he would get some investments for what he does. So he doesn't just take risks just like that, like maybe the King of Wands would. So when I clarified it with the playing cards, it gave me the King of Pentacles again. So you're really portraying this energy of somebody who is stable with, he's like really all about their coins, all about work, and just like having the creature comforts, and just trying to manifest in the area of work and money, wealth. This is what his main focus is, wealth. And you might have in your recent past, you might have had the energy of this Queen of Diamonds, which is also the Queen of Wands, which is a person that's passionate, fiery, fun-loving. But you could also be portraying this energy as a fun-loving person, a passionate person, as well as a person that is focused on their wealth. And right here with a Four of Hearts, you're focused on having like an emotionally stable foundation. And so this looks good right here. So then in your near future, it seems like you're walking away from something. So in your present, like you're waiting for something. You're waiting for like to manifest something, because you're at a crossroads here with a two of wands. You're at a crossroads. Like you're taking so long into deciding what road to take, because you're overly cautious about heading head first and charging into taking a risk, almost taking a lead in leadership, or this entrepreneurship, or this business plan, or taking control of the situation, like having raw masculinity, boss energy. And so in your near future, you're walking away from actually the feeling of being overly cautious. And with Four of Pentacles reversed, this was reversed. So now you're not stuck in that feeling anymore. You're walking away from that feeling of being overly cautious, and you're actually taking a risk to manifest your ideas, because before it seemed like you were like the Knight of Pentacles, where you were always like cautious about taking each step, because you didn't want to waste your time. You didn't want to make a mistake. You were kind of a perfectionist, I would see with this card. You're like always asking your right foot is always asking your left foot if they could take a step. So being overly cautious. But this was like reverse. So you're getting out of that energy with the Eight of Cups, and you're going towards a more positive energy. You're excited about the venture that you're heading into. You have positive energy, so it's quite a different energy. You're overcoming this fear of being cautious, this fear of getting your feet wet, and taking on that boss energy and making shit happen and manifesting your dreams. Whether it be like in business and work, like a new company. I sense like this is like an entrepreneurship thing, and like you're an entrepreneur at business. And so then you have, and then in the outcome, you have the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups is pretty much a like coming to terms with yourself, because I don't think this is any relationship reading. I think it's more has to do with yourself and your fears, and being overly cautious about taking the next step, because you're just not quite sure what step is the right step. But you can never be right all the time. You have to take these steps, and if they're not the right steps, and you can always retract them, because this is how you learn your lessons. It's not like you're going to fail, and if you fail, then you can always like change it back. Like I think for me, failure is when you actually give up, or you spend too much time in this energy. But thank God that you're not spending too much time in this energy. You're actually walking away from it. Maybe you heard my my reading. I don't know. Maybe hopefully you did before. And this is why you're walking away, or you're walking away because you realize that this energy, you're not going to get the Emperor with that energy. So you have to get rid of that energy of waiting and be the Hangman. I mean, the Hangman serves its purposes, and the purpose is to get different perspectives, and to kind of like get in touch with your intuition and align what your heart and head want, and go from there, and then make shit happen. But if you spend too much time in this energy, then you're going to miss like the opportunities in the present, and you have to live in the present in order to like see all the doors that are opening for you, because the universe has a way of opening doors for you when you least expect it. So if you're aligned to your path and your life purpose. And so here it seems like you with your positivity and like this happy card, you have happy relationships and stuff, and there are people that love you, and here you're like you're actually loving yourself. You're actually in this loving energy where, and I clarified the Ace of Cups, and I got the Queen of Pentacles, which is like loving yourself, creating like an emotional stability within yourself. And you got the Three of Cups, which is a card of like spending time with your friends, going out, being emotionally content and sharing all the love that you have, not only with a partner, a current partner that you may have. If you don't have a current partner, then having parties and maybe having parties with your friends, going out, having a glass of wine, communicating with your friends, sharing all this love, maybe like go into talk about business with your friends, going into supportive relationships so you can get ahead and manifest this emperor, this boss energy. So then, so at the end, I'm going to ask for maybe some oracle cards, in the end, what you can do to kind of further along your manifestation and get you into this boss-like energy. Because the emperor is a boss, he's like the boss. So how can you get into your boss-like energy? It just does not take balls, I'm sorry to say, it takes more than balls. But, so how can you get into this energy? How can you get into this energy? So, moving along, how can you get into this energy faster? So you can make some shit happen. How can you get into this energy? Okay, see? Okay, so it clarified what I told you. So this says movement. So you need to get out of this energy of waiting and trust your intuition. The thing is, you have to trust your intuition. Trust that you're making the right decision, even if at the time it's a right decision, because this is how you learn. You're not going to have everything perfect. Not everything's going to be perfect. Sometimes things are going to fall on the wayside, and that's okay. It's a living, breathing document. It's a living, breathing enterprise. It's a living, breathing business. It's not going to be all perfect. So you have to move your ass. Move it. And then here you get vulnerability. So here I'm sensing that. What do I feel about vulnerability here? Maybe how you'll reach this Ace of Cups. Maybe if you allow yourself to be more vulnerable and share these fears that you have of success or failure. Share them with close people that you love, so they can encourage you and support you with the Three of Cups to fulfill your goal. Think about why. Why do you feel why do you have this fear? What is holding you back? Those things. So, that's it, guys. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you again in my next video. I love you guys. See you later. Bye. Hi guys, I forgot to tell you guys about your karmic lessons, and so I forgot to tell you the repeating numbers in this board. So I got 4 4s, 3 1s, and 3 3s. And so I will tell you what that means. I will tell you what that means, so you can start maybe understanding how to get through your karmic lessons. So 4 4s, which means you feel confusion about your life's direction. So which really goes hand in hand with a 2 of Wands. You will have to, in the Hangman, you will have to establish a methodical and disciplined approach. You need to create a foundation for your life. Otherwise, you will feel lost and tossed about by change. You have trouble finding the work you do best. You tend to be somewhat impractical and disorganized. So maybe this is why it's hard for you to be decisive, and you're overly cautious. Is maybe you need to be more organized and so be more practical in approaching decisions. You look for the answers for life's problems outside yourself rather than within. New jobs start off as the answer, but do not have the same glamour for long. You quickly discover that the new work requires the same effort and perseverance without the excitement you expected. which may cause you to give up too soon. So you have to be resilient. And being overly cautious doesn't help you to be resilient. You know, you have to move over. You have to, move quickly. Be the change agent so things can progress at a faster pace. So there. And then, so you had 3 wands. What were the 3 wands? It says, show more initiative, okay, and be more determined. And your will needs to be strengthened. Maybe you need to trust your intuition more. You will be forced to stand up for what you believe to be right. Okay, so even if you have second guesses or whatever, you know you have to follow through. You have to follow through. Be more assertive, because life will bring strong-willed people. You have to be assertive. Don't let them bulldoze you. So, and this is the reason why it's happening, and you're getting forceful people to come into your life, is so you can learn to be more forceful and dynamic. And you can't be the emperor without being forceful and dynamic. Emperors make shit happen. Kings report to emperors. So you can't be a passive emperor. You have to be, dynamic and be forceful, and have a strong will. You have to trust yourself that you are making the right decision so that your whole team can trust you. And then 3 says you're too self-critical. You're too much of a perfectionist. Get out of that perfectionist mentality. Be kinder to yourself. Every time you find yourself at the center of attention, you manage to find someone or something in your performance to be entirely inadequate or embarrassing. You have established an impossible standard of perfection as the only measure of your actions, and so this is why it takes you so long. So you need a fire up your ass to get things moving. So hopefully, you get to listen to this message, and it does seem like a good outcome here. You do understand this. You do understand this problem, and the way you just eliminate this problem is by having a good support system with friends and relationships, and being vulnerable. That means that having people that you trust, so you can tell your feelings and be vulnerable to, and discuss these things so they can help you and be supportive and be there for you. And you have to move, even though you may not feel like maybe indecisive, or maybe not feel like things are not perfect. They don't have to be. Just move it along. Be organized. Keep your shit together. Line up your ducks in a row. Cross your T's, dot your I's. So that's it, guys. Thank you. Bye.